Hey, what's up guys? Welcome back. It's Mafia here, and today I'm going to be bringing you a Black Ops 2 gameplay commentary. Just let me go ahead and take a moment to introduce this gameplay. I probably got this about a month ago. I hopped onto Bo2 because I got tired of AW, and I just decided to play some pubs, and I ran the inmate on Nuketown. This was completely solo. I had no one in my party, and I ended up going like 95 and 9 or something like that. I go relentless the first half. This is a demolition game, and then the second half I take it out and go brutal. So it's a pretty nice gameplay. I don't die that much. I get a lot of kills with the M8. My connection was hot, but I did not record this with my Elgato. This is post-recorded in theater, so that's why you're seeing a little bit of skipping here and there, but I cannot control that. So yes, hope you guys enjoyed that in the background, and let's get right into the video. So basically what I wanted to talk about today was my Call of Duty background and what I think is the future of Call of Duty. So let's get started with the first topic, my Call of Duty background. So it was around 3 years ago. It was my birthday. You know, I was balling out in the birthday money. I was pimping, just making it rain in the $1 bills. I had so much birthday money. To be honest with you, I probably had like 130 bucks, but I felt like a pimp with that birthday money. And I didn't really know what I wanted. I had pretty much everything I wanted before my birthday came, so I just told everyone to give me money, and I didn't even know what to buy with the money. So like a week later, after I had just waited for something to buy and I couldn't think of anything, I just asked my dad just to take me to Walmart, and I'd browse and, you know, pick something up just so I can have something besides money sitting in my wallet. So he did, and we went to Walmart, and I browsed and I browsed, and I never could find anything. And while I was there, we went to the electronics section. I was going to look for a video game. At this point, I was still really into gaming, and we looked and we looked, and I came across, you know, the internet section, and I saw a router. And at this point, we didn't have any Wi-Fi at the house, and I had always heard, you know, all my friends at school were telling me, you know, oh, do you have Xbox Live? You should totally get Xbox Live. Oh, Xbox Live is so much fun. And so I've been hearing so much about it, and I had never played online at this point. I had only played offline versions of video games. So I decided, you know, I picked up a $70 router, and I took that home, and on the way out, I picked up like a 3-day membership, gold to Xbox Live, one of those prepaid cards, and I took that home, and it took us like a day to hook up the router because we had never done it before, and my dad had no experience, and obviously, you know, I can't hook that up, so my dad had to do it. We had to call somebody, and he came over, and we got it hooked up, and I got signed into Xbox Live. And at the moment, during this time, I had probably played almost every single Call of Duty, but as I said, I've never played them online. I just played like the campaigns and, you know, like the special ops missions and stuff. So at the time, the Call of Duty that I had, the newest one up to date, was Black Ops 1. And if you guys remember that game, it was pretty fun. I really enjoyed that game. And I played the campaign and zombies. That was mostly all I did with it. But then, you know, I got Xbox Live, so I hopped onto multiplayer. And I had a blast, man. I thought multiplayer was just the stuff. It was the coolest thing in the world. I had never done anything like this before. I was pimping, man. I felt great playing multiplayer. Now, at the time, you know, I thought I was, you know, just a thug on that game. I thought I was the best player in the world. You know, looking back on it, my KD was probably coming in at a solid 0.25. Probably worse, to be honest with you. I was absolute balls at that game. I couldn't shoot anything. I ran pistols and just tried to kill people across the map with them and throw tomahawks at them. But I had a blast, man. I was just loving it. So at this point, MW3 had already came out, and I pretty much skipped over that because, you know, I had Black Ops 1, and I was satisfied with that. I didn't see any point in getting MW3, especially because all my birthday money was gone. So this was probably around 3 or 4 months before Black Ops 2 came out, and I was, you know, still playing it. And I waited, and Black Ops 2 came around the corner, and I waited like 2 months after it came out, and my friend Thomas, if you guys know from Race to the End, he convinced me to get Black Ops 2. He said it was awesome, and I had already kind of been wanting it because, you know, Black Ops 1, I got to play the sequel, right? Because, you know, I was a beast in Black Ops 1, so, you know, I had to test out my skills in BO2. So it took me like a month after it came out to finally get it, and so I picked up Black Ops 2 and took it home, and I had Xbox Live, so I played some zombies online. That was the first thing I did. I was really excited to play zombies because that's what Thomas did a lot of. He played a lot of zombies, so I was super pumped to play that when I got home, and I did. And afterwards, I kind of got bored, and I decided I would hop on over to multiplayer, you know, hop into the lobby, you know, kill some people, show them I'm the best in the world at Call of Duty. And I hopped in, and it was awesome again. It was like playing online for the first time all over again. I loved it. Black Ops 2, it felt great. I remember the first weapon I ran was the M27 preset class on drone, which was probably the worst map in the game, but I loved it. It was just, I was so happy. I was on cloud 9 when I got that game and played it online. I was so happy. I stayed up super late past my bedtime that night just grinding it out. I got to like level 32 in one night. I thought I was a boss, man. I was so good at that game. I sucked at it too. I probably had like a 0.70 KD. So, you know, I was improving. You know, I went from a 0.25 to a 0.70. I was getting there. So, you know, this went on for a while. You know, I probably played it for about a solid, you know, 3 or 4 months. And, you know, I was just learning about it. You know, got moderately decent at pubs to where I could at least, you know, go neutral and at least get a 1.0 in a pub. And I got to that point. And then I started, you know, watching stuff on YouTube about it, you know, to get better at it, you know, watching commentators, you know, talk about it, and one thing led to another, and I found out about Optic Gaming. And if you don't know, I'm sure you know, they're the biggest esports team in Call of Duty. And I found out about Nadeshot, and I watched some of his videos, and I found that, you know, these people go to events and compete for money playing Call of Duty, and I thought that was just, my mind couldn't wrap around that. That was such a foreign concept that you could win money, like real money, not just like, you know, Monopoly money, like real money, like hundreds of thousands of dollars playing Call of Duty, and that was amazing to me. And I just thought it was so cool, and I just wanted to do it so much. So the first event that I watched was MLG Anaheim, and it was great. I watched it on YouTube after it was over. I didn't get to watch it live because, you know, I didn't really even know what website to go to or anything to, you know, watch it. So I just had to watch it after they posted on the YouTube channel, and I did, and I watched the whole event. I watched every match that Optic played. I loved it. I thought it was great. And so instantly I was hooked. And to this point, I had already seen that league play was an option in the game, but I was like, you know, I'm not at that level yet. You know, I play pubs. I kind of knew in the back of my mind, I told myself I was a god at the game, but I kind of knew in the back of my mind I wasn't quite there yet to play league play. But I started watching competitive, and I couldn't resist it anymore, so I hopped into league play. And I was scared. I got into that league play game, and I was like, oh my goodness, I need to play my, like, balls off. I was playing like my life depended on it, and I was so worried that if I didn't do well, I was just going to get ridiculed by the community. I was just going to get made fun of. It was just something that was in my head. I couldn't get it out. So, you know, this was in Mosh Pit, by the way. If you guys know, there was 2 versions of League Play. There was Mosh Pit and Champions. I played Mosh Pit, and I was crying because I didn't go neutral, and I would go negative and just cry. So over time, I kept on playing League Play, and I got, you know, slightly better at it. And I met some friends online, and we basically just started playing together as a group of friends. Not really taking it too seriously, but, you know, just we would play, and we would try to win a few matches in Champions. And, you know, it was fun. We just had a fun time playing together and, you know, just joking around. We weren't taking it that seriously. So we did this for pretty much the end of the lifespan of Black Ops 2, and then this was right when Ghost came out, and like all of us were super excited to play Ghost, and I was super pumped. I pre-ordered it, and I got it, and I put it in my console, and well, I don't even want to go into Ghost, to be honest with you. Short and simple, is the worst Call of Duty I've ever played in my life. I hated it. There was nothing about Ghost that I enjoyed at all. Absolutely nothing. I can't even think of one off the top of my head that I enjoyed about Call of Duty Ghost. The maps were awful, the guns were horrible, everything about it, I hated it. I wanted to play competitively, but I hated that too. I just didn't like the game at all. So I skipped over Ghost, right? Ghost is done. I threw it out my window, traded it in, got some money back for it. I bought like a football game or something. So I was done with Ghost. That's over. I went back to Black Ops 2. So did my friends. We all hated it. We all sold it. We went back to Black Ops 2. So, you know, we're just balling out of control back on Black Ops 2. At this point, there was still a decent community on there because I'm pretty sure like 80% of the Call of Duty community hated Ghost. So everyone just went back to Black Ops 2, if you guys remember that. So, you know, we would hop on and it'd be just like normal. It wasn't, you know, it wasn't hard to find a match or anything. We could just play like normal. So we did that, and we did that for a whole another year. And so, about towards the tail end of Black Ops 2 is when I started Flow Gaming. And I did this with the 2 friends that I had met online. And we would play League Play together. So it was Thomas and another dude. And so we started Flow Gaming, and it was you know, it was a struggle, first of all, because I didn't even know how to make an MLG account or anything like that, or do game battles, and we had never competed on that level. So a few weeks passed, and we basically had the team rolling, and we competed in a few game battles with the 3 of us, and we were absolutely horrible. We weren't very good at all. It was embarrassing. We got smacked, especially because we came into it thinking we were amazing at the game, and then we realized the level that some people play on. I had already known that, like, Optic Gaming and, all those, like, esports teams were really good and were probably better than us, but I didn't realize that there were so many people online that were just as good as them. So we got smacked, absolutely destroyed. So, basically another month passed, and, we kind of dulled down on the competitive because we kept on losing, and one of our teammates that we had, he left us, and we basically, just stopped communicating with him altogether, and things were falling apart. And then about towards the last month of Ghost's life cycle before Advanced Warfare came out, we basically met Ryan and Logan, which are our other two teammates right now on Flow Gaming. And we basically met them in Black Ops 2, and we started a team with them, and we picked them up, and they wanted to join us. And so we did that, and we played towards the tail end of Black Ops 2, and we were getting better. But we were never that good because, everyone else competing, they had like a full 2 years to understand how to compete on that level. And we had been playing it for like 2 months, so obviously we weren't going to be as good as those guys. So we played until the tail end of that, and Advanced Warfare came out, and all 4 of us switched to that. And basically here I am today, and I'm here with the team. And we're pretty good at AW, and I enjoy playing it. We have sponsors now, and it's all worked out pretty well. So there you go, that's pretty much my Call of Duty background. So finally, let's get right into the second topic, and we will be closing this commentary up pretty soon. So basically, if you guys don't know, the developing cycle for Call of Duty goes Infinity Ward, then Sledgehammer, then Treyarch. That's the new system that they have. They switch a developer every single year. So we've had Ghost, and now we're playing Advanced Warfare, and then next up in the line is Treyarch's game. And we don't know what it's going to be yet. But as you guys know, I played Black Ops 1, I love that game. I played Black Ops 2, I love that game. I just love Treyarch. I feel like they make the best Call of Duties out of the 3 cycles of developers. And honestly, I've loved every single one. There hasn't been a single Treyarch game that I disliked. There might be a few lag issues here and there, I think we can all admit that. But for the most part, Treyarch makes some pretty solid Call of Duties. So I'm pretty hyped for this next Call of Duty game coming out later this year. So let me go ahead and talk about what I'm hoping for the future of Call of Duty. So I'm hoping that they'll take us back in time. Hopefully, World War II, World War I, maybe even Civil War if we're feeling crazy. I don't think that's going to happen, but hopefully World War II is what I'm looking at. Maybe a World at War II game or something along those lines, because honestly the market is growing stale now of future shooters. I don't know if I'm the only one that feels this way, but I'm pretty sure I'm not, because I mean, it seems like others would be this way too. I mean, we've had Titanfall, Halo, Destiny, now Advanced Warfare. They're all first-person shooters. It's just the market right now is saturated with futuristic shooters, and I'm sick of them. I don't know if you guys are, but I definitely am. So I'm hoping for the next Call of Duty that comes out, they'll take us back in time. We can go back in the current gen consoles and have some decent graphics and some nice smooth gameplay on an old time battlefield. That would be nice. I would really enjoy that. I feel like that'd be a lot of fun, especially for competitive, just to see some infields and some Thompsons out there in the main stage. I feel like that'd be super interesting to watch. Second point, I really don't want any exos. As you guys know, in Advanced Warfare, Sledgehammer basically changed the face of Call of Duty with exo movement. You can boost, slide, jetpack all around the place. I think that that's interesting, and it adds a very good element to the Call of Duty gameplay. However, I don't really hope that Treyarch puts this into the Call of Duty. I mean, obviously, if they're going to make an old-time shooter. But if they do decide to stay in the future, or even modern, a little bit past modern, I don't want there to be exosuits. I feel like a lot of times in pubs especially, which were a lot of fun in Black Ops 2, I feel like the pubs aren't as good now in Advanced Warfare just because of the exo movement. Things are a little bit chaotic. It's kind of hectic. It's hard to follow people around. You have to play on a high sensitivity to be able to follow people, which isn't nice for me because I've never played on a high sensitivity, especially because I play competitive. So I don't really want exo movement in the next Call of Duty. But I could live with it if it was there. I probably could. I also wish that there were some really good score streaks. Black Ops 2 has hands down the best score streak system. in Call of Duty. They're so much fun to use. They just demolish the battlefield. You can use them and get 20 kills with one score streak, the Lodestar K9 Swarm. It's just so much fun. Advanced Warfare and Ghost, their score streaks aren't really that good. Advanced Warfare, their score streaks are better than Ghost, but it's still not quite there yet. It's still kind of boring to use score streaks. I don't find myself wanting to use score streaks in that game. I don't see the point of it. I would just rather run an attachment on my weapon, which I kind of miss that feeling from Black Ops 2. I enjoyed getting score streaks. It was a nice feeling once you got those. So as far as the future of Call of Duty goes, I don't ever see Call of Duty's at the top of the market right now as far as shooters go. Maybe Halo's coming in a second, maybe then Battlefield. I'm not sure which one of those are more popular, but Call of Duty's definitely at the top, and I don't see Call of Duty going away from that position anytime soon. I mean, the market there is always, it's always growing. More people are playing video games, more people play Call of Duty. It's a casual game to play. You can play competitively, but it's just appealing to a mass audience. I don't see Call of Duty becoming unpopular. We've had a bunch of CoD killers to come out, Titanfall, Destiny, all those were supposed to kill Call of Duty. Oh, Call of Duty's over, it's gonna be done. But I don't see that happening. I feel like Call of Duty for the foreseeable future is going to remain at the top. So, I mean, that's pretty much it for my future of Call of Duty. That's what I'm hoping for in the next Call of Duty, and I don't ever see Call of Duty going away in popularity. So that being said, that's going to pretty much bring this commentary to a close. Hope you guys enjoyed that. I had to switch over to an older gameplay at the end because this commentary went a little bit overboard. I did not realize that. I apologize for that. But hopefully you guys enjoyed this. Please leave a like and comment and share, and I will see you guys later. I'm out.